So, welcome one and all. Thank you for joining us again. A couple of weeks ago, whilst we were very much worse for wear over the Christmas period, we came in and made a few tutorial videos. We were that worse for wear, we didn't actually do an intro or any details about the videos, we just cracked straight on with them. So I'm doing an intro now, just to fill you in and let you know why this video is kind of a little bit different than all the other ones. A little bit, shall we say, lackluster. I mean, yeah, I'm not known for my fake YouTube enthusiasm, but I mean, these are a little bit, well, you'll see. You'll see for yourself. Hopefully, you're going to learn how we put together the forearms, and you're going to be able to crack on with yours and your own personal kit. So, without any further ado, thanks for joining us, and here is the video. Let's try these out now. So before I just go straight to gluing, it's a while since I did these and I just want to have a little look, make sure it's all going to pan out just how I want it to. Right, this one's moved off. I'm going to use that for one of the biceps. So this is kind of where we want to be. I'm quite happy with that. You can see we've got that little detail, this detail here, so that's good. I'm happy with that. The other side, there's no raised area, so we just stick that straight on and that's finished. This is the inside of the forearm, as it were, so it's really less noticeable. That's why they didn't spend as much time working on it. Right, so just a case of that. Now, so before I carry on, because I'm going for the screen accurate look, I'm going to now take this right off. I left a bit of a return edge on there. I'm going to take that off now because I don't want that. That's not the look I'm going for. So let's get rid of it. Right, I'm going to need me some magnets, I think, for this. Right, I'm just going to nibble the corners off. Now, this is just going to be personal choice when you get to this part of the build, how you want it to be finished off. I'm just offering it up, trimming it down with the shears. So the corners are nibbled off a little bit, and then this end is cut to shape. This particular one, that looks pretty good. At this point, I don't want to put the glue on the wrong side, because we've just made it handed. So I'm using a super glue. There's loads of different glues that you can use. For speed we use a super glue, but if you go on the forums they'll talk about E6000, I think it's called. It's totally up to you. There's various hard plastic glues as well. All designed to be used with ABS. So I'm just spreading it out. What I don't want to do is get this onto the armour and end up with the glue all busting out of the sides of the cover strip. You want to get this as clean as possible. Obviously, being super glue, this grabs pretty quick, which is ideal for us. If you want to use a different type, so you've got a bit more time to play with it, I totally get that. It does make sense. So I'm just gripping the cover strip in place. A little bit of debris on there. So I'm just gripping that cover strip in place, following the curvature of the plastic, just nice and tight. Okay, that is pretty much it. So for speed, I'm going to apply a little bit of the activator. They're just rare earth magnets, just eBay job. I would recommend getting some of these if you're building a full suit. It's going to make your life a lot easier. What have I got on this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's about 10 magnets on this. Some of them are doubled up. You want a good thickness. This is quite a nice one. So it's about 20mm diameter, about 5mm deep. The strongest ones you can get, I would recommend. And what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 16, something like that will probably do you. This is done now. I can take all these off. So maybe super glue is the way to go. I don't know. There you go. That's what we do. So yeah, well, what we should do is see if we can find these on Amazon or something, put them on our page, just so you've got the specs, so you know what to buy. Right, that's a little bit not quite taken there. I'm gonna put a little bit more glue on. If you are doing this with super glue, I took that away on the inside because you do sometimes get this weird string of glue that comes off from the bottle, which you don't really want to get on your armour. There we go, that's good. That's stuck nice and tight. If you're not managing to stick your finger to it anywhere, like on the inside, you must be doing it wrong. Right, so she's nearly done. So repeat to the other side. I'm just going to shape it to match our armour a little. So I'm going to deal with this overlap issue now. And the way I'm going to do that is, with the cover strip, I'm just going to cut it at that same angle, follow that angle straight through. Let me cut that and show you. So if you can see that, I'm following that angle pretty much straight through. So I'm going to go ahead and get that on there. Happy with that. Trim this end down to suit. Just nick them little sharp corners off. As before, offer that up. Very pleased. Looks lovely. Take a little bit more off. Check I'm the right way up. So the key to this is not to put too much on, but to make sure you've got the edges done. So I use my little offcut piece, which you're usually always going to get. Just try and scrape it a little flatter. Stop the oozing out the edges. Again, one of the side effects of doing this is pretty much you're going to get some on your fingers. So that's my excess off. I'm just taking anything off the sides there. So I've just repositioned that slightly. I don't know if you saw that, but when I did so, all I did was slide it forward, not sideways. I think I may have to go and get some clips, because I usually use clips for this, which I've just remembered. We're just back from Christmas, and it's been a bit of a session. We're just getting back in the swing of things, and thought, hey, why don't we go and build a Stormtrooper? That would be a really good idea. Right. Next one, again, you can see the cover strip follows the curve of the plastic. Can you see it from the back? Have a look from that side. Magnets removed. This is what we're left with. So I still want to trim a little bit more out of this area here. The bottom I quite like. I've actually left a little more on than there was on the screen, so there's just a hint of the return there, just because it gives it quite a nice finish, and that's probably what you're going to do as well. So this is pretty cool. Now what I do want to do is draw your attention to this area here. See that unsightly little piece there? So that's fine. The cover strip is exactly where I want it to be, so I want to follow that through. So I'm just going to, as I come to this now, just to give this the final trim, I'm going to deal with that. So I'll deal with that one first so you can see exactly how that's done, what we do. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this off. I mean, you could use the shears, I'm not going to do. I'm going to use a Dremel. It makes more sense to me. I'm going to trim that off, and I'm going to blend this return edge and this side into this area. And then I'll probably do a little bit the same on this end. So you're not going to hear me now because I'm going to be humming. So this shape, which is templated on the kit with that shape in there, is from the original piece. So again, I've just left the tiniest little return on there, purely because it kind of looks nice. You're probably going to want to do that yourself, and because we've made the kit to allow for that, we can do that. On the original one, this is just cut straight off. There's no little return flange on there, but you can leave one if you want. The top outermost cover strip complete, and there's the rear piece, and that's where we've blended it. So let's have a quick look all the way around, and I'm going to call that one done. So I'm just going to apply a tiny little bit more super glue in there, just on the very corner. I find it easier to do it this way because you're going to get less splurging out and less glue all over the armour. So there we go. I'm quite pleased with that. So you can see the shape there of the cover strip following the shape of the armour. And on the back also. And you've got there's undulation going on all the way. If you look at it, there's not a flat piece on there, which is fine. That's exactly what we want. So you'll find this is exactly the same with the other forearm and with the biceps. On the right cover strip, same as the left. We're trimming up the cover strips. We apply them the exact same way. You've seen it. It works exactly the same on the right. We make this area good when we've done that piece. So I'm not going to bother with this one, but I'll show you the end results. There you go, simple as that. This is how we build stuff. So if you need a kit, you can get on the website. If, however, you've seen this and you think, this is not for me and I don't have the time, don't worry. We also have fully built commissions and fully built stuff. All on the website. Just click through, choose your character, it's all there for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.